What is up, everyone? Jeff here, no cutscenes, and I am back. First off, let me just apologize for, well, not putting out a video in over a month. There have just been quite a few things in my personal life that have just prevented me from putting out good content, and I knew if I just kind of rushed, put out something just to put out something, it wouldn't be good, it wouldn't be substantial, so I wanted to wait until one of the new DLCs come out. And last night at midnight, one did, Contraptions. So right here, I am just doing a little showcase of all the objects. I guess it's not too little, but yeah, follow along and you'll see everything new. So first of all, we got a new section of actual building materials called the warehouse. And again, it's just essentially the barn that was introduced with Far Harbor, just a different coat of paint on it. And I like it a lot better because it's made out of like the siding material, that aluminum stuff, and you have greenhouse stuff too. So say if you want to go without mods, because of course with like say Snap and Build you already have greenhouses, you can just basically use the stuff in the warehouse. So cool, yeah. Now again, I'm not going to go too in depth on like each individual piece, but pretty much as you can see, it's very similar to the barn, just with a different coat of paint. It's kind of brownish. It's not really like that gray wood or whatever, like almost like it's like, you know, just weather stained or warped or whatever. This looks like it's, you know, hardwood. And I really like the effect that the actual walls have too, because they're of course that aluminum siding style, but there's actually different ones that look like they're peeling away, which is pretty dope. I mean, it'll look good, especially once you build something with all the different style of walls. Again, it's pretty much just a rehash of the barn, so you're going to see the same, similar style at least, but with a little bit different texture. So it's pretty cool, and you know, you have all the added features, of course, to make an actual barn if you want, a warehouse with sloped roofs, stuff like that. And there's another cool door that they added here. It's actually like this, like a red rocket type door where it kind of opens up. But yeah, you'll see it in a second. And of course, we have more windows. More greenhouse style stuff here as well, which I am, yeah, super looking forward to building with. But, you know, also wanted to kind of explain in this video what was happening. You know, basically my girlfriend, she's from South Africa, unfortunately had to leave, and it's just, you know, it's not easy going without somebody that you're just used to, you know, spending every day with and that you love and care about. So I knew that if I put out a video, it just would be half-assed, and it would, you know, me sound depressed and, well, like just how I felt for a while. And you know, now I'm better. I've seen that, of course. Every one of y'all who have supported me, who have hit the like button, who have subscribed, who have even watched a video, that's what really does matter. So I just want to put out better content, and this is that fucking door. Like, this shit is awesome. Of course, you'll need power, so it's basically just a power door. You can do it with the switches and stuff, but it's awesome. So yeah, again, back to what I was saying, and yeah, I just wanted to be able to put out like good content, and for me also, it just kind of got stale, and luckily mods have, you know, kind of revitalized it, and with the new DLCs being announced at E3, like, I'm just like, fuck yes, let's do this. So awesome. That's just a little bit of an explanation. Now let's get back into it. We have a whole new section here as well called scaffolding, which is scaffolding. Basically just metal wire frame construction with different types of wooden blocks that essentially form not connected similar ones to the wood ones, like the actual, you know, the wooden category, because they don't line up. I don't know if this is because like you're supposed to use these as part of scaffolding and scaffolding alone. It would be nice if there was a way where of course you could use it with the scaffolding, which I'll be doing a video of very soon. I'm going to be doing like all the contraptions and the scaffolding and how they're going to be used and stuff like that. But it didn't seem like they snapped together. Well, it's not like it didn't seem like it, they did. But we'll figure that out later. Anyway, here's basically more of the scaffolding. You have a little bit more objects as far as actual like frames, but they're only 2 stories. So they will stack on top of each other. They will snap into each other, which is nice. And one of the things I've been looking forward to, or not looking forward to because I didn't know that I was actually going to be there, but looking to have most, is just ramps that aren't fucking stairs. Like, that would be so nice, because they're easier to build than fucking stairs, I feel like, in this world. And especially with the different types of ones, like you can see, they'll actually intersect different objects, and it's nice. Like the scaffolding ramps, they I haven't tested them out to see if they'll snap to anything as far as like the other wooden stuff, but we'll figure that out very soon. And they have these smaller stairs, which if you can't actually fit into, say, like one of the wooden stairs, one of the smaller ones, pop one of those and you're good. We got some railings here too for the scaffolding that work the same way as the wooden or the concrete ones do, as far as snapping onto the side. Now, next up, we got the boxcars. Yeah. Go ahead and turn on my light here so y'all can actually see. Blue and orange. Only two colors. You know, I mean, that's kind of, for the most part, what we saw throughout the world, but essentially we have the door here, which actually slides open. We have a boxcar kind of third piece, half piece there, ones with the walls, ones with an opening, and then basically a full boxcar. Now, all of them will be repeated with these stilts. It's the same design. It's just they have stilts. You can intersect them with the ground, which is nice. It only goes like, I don't even know, it's maybe half the actual height of the boxcar, like if you put one next to it with the stilts. But it's enough. And as you can see, you can snap one of the doors on here. Sliding door. Awesome. And these other parts of the boxcar will snap onto each other. Even the actual full-on boxcar, the one with the door opening, will snap to that one. So you can do T's, you can do L's, you can do double wides because the two door openings will snap to each other, and then essentially you just have it all in orange. So, alright, now next up we got the elevators, which, finally, I mean, they had them in mods. The mods are okay, they just look like shit. They serve a purpose, but these actually look fucking good. Now you'll need 5 power to actually have them turn on, and they come in 2, 3, and 4 stories. But essentially, as you can see here, they come with a little light, which is nice. That's not one that I put in there. And you got floor 1, you got floor 2. So if you're inside it, you can go up or down. And if you're on the bottom, you can, of course, just call the platform back to you. And it snaps, which is so nice. Everything snaps to it. Okay, now the part that I'm probably most excited for, these ball tracks. Because you're going to be able to make these Rube Goldberg style machines where you hit switches and shoot paintballs at people that you have captured and just all these crazy things. But what we're looking at here is just everything that's available. So you have all these different ramp sections, you have all these different curved sections, you have ones with supports, you have ones without supports. I found that all these curved ones don't have supports, but I feel like if you have something supported up top, you won't need it. And then there's the miscellaneous where you have funnels where you can put a bunch of these balls into. There's a big ass floor funnel with a fucking actual chute leading from it. Like, it's so cool. There's merged ones. Here's the actual balls, which you can of course pick up and, you know, just move around and move into, like one of the tracks, which you'll have to do. But what you'll see next is how the actual release mechanism works. So it's really easy. As you can see, you have a manual one, and you press A on it to activate it. You're good. This one, it's electrical. That's pretty much it. You have something like a switch that powers it. It releases it when it's on. Slides down. And we have some supports. We have even like a split here where you can trigger this thing to say, you know, split the tracks. So you can have a bunch of different ones. Then we have a switch, basically where power goes to it if it's triggered on, and then power goes off if it's hit again. And then this one is just basically powered is triggered off. So it's just a snap trigger. Cool. Like, there's a lot that they added as far as the electrical grid. Now, these conduit junctions, I've really only played around with them for like 5 minutes, and as you can see here, they don't really snap into anything. I don't know if it's maybe just because I'm not using the right piece, but they will, of course, you know, lie flat on the ground, and they will suspend from the air, as you'll see later, by these like little like U-shaped pieces. But yeah, you'll see that anyway. Basically, again, I just wanted to show you all the different kind of conduit junctions that they added, essentially meaning now you can actually send power through these things directly to, say, like that ball track where it has the manual operator, or like a switch. Again, there's going to be a whole new video. Like, I don't even know if I want to do a series because I might get lost in that, but you know, no, fuck it. I'm back in this shit. Yeah. Alright, I'll do a full series on like all these conduits and all. I was going to do one on the ball tracks anyway, but we'll figure out some awesome shit. We'll do some tutorials. This is that U-shaped thing that I was talking about that you can actually like put it on the ground, and then you can have the conduits leading to it from the air. You can have things attached to it. You can use it as just like an extender. There's just a lot of stuff, and these look like they will actually hang from the ceiling, but as you can see here, for some reason they don't. They do go blue for like a second, but I couldn't figure it out. Again, I just wanted to show you what's new. There's also a switch that you can use here. I don't know if they're meant to be in the scaffolding or if they're meant to be off the ball track. We'll figure that out together. Believe me, I'll do a full series like I said. Now, there aren't any new lights. There are, however, a few new gates. Now, like we've been able to build gates before, but nothing this simple. Basically what these are, if a certain variable, occurs, like say one, all the inputs have power connected to that, then this thing transmits power, or say none of the inputs do, and then once you turn all the power on, it stops transmitting power. Again, there are just a lot of them, and you just kind of have to read the description. There are a lot of people out there who I'm sure could have given much better explanation, but very simple. Certain things have to happen based on what the actual description is for power to be, say, shut off or turned on based on what happens. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of messing around with that. Next up, we got the conveyor belts. I mean, fuck yeah, we got conveyor belts built off of, like, existing manufacturing objects. You'll see that in a second, too. See, I'm going to connect these here, and you'll just see really quickly that that's all you need to do. And that thing in the background, we're going to go into a full-on in-depth video on that too. But essentially what these do, they're just conveyor belts. And if you snap onto a piece that, say, doesn't have like one of the actual conduits onto it, as long as it's connected to one of another part of the conveyor belt that has a conduit onto it, that has power connected to it, it'll work. And you have these separators here. I mean, this is turned backwards just because, normally they go into one. We're going to figure this all out. I just wanted to show you what is available to you now. Like, it's fucking amazing. You have all these different ones. So you have ramps, you have other ones, so you can put these up like, suspended from things. You can put them up. You don't need to have them with those little supports underneath. We have branches, left branch, right branch. We have the rollers. We have the up and down. We have the curve. There's just so many cool things. You have diverters based on, like a train switch, essentially, where if you snap that, you can have these things that you made over here go to that side. Snap it back. Cool. Also, there's lifts. There are fucking things that lift these in the air. Like, that is so cool. Where you can have them, like, literally made into a warehouse where you have belts and things going past. Plus, we have new tripwires. Very small. I think they look a lot better. Now let's get up to the actual cool shit. Well, not the actual cooler shit. We got builders. Yeah. We have a builder which makes random kind of, just like junk items. We have an armor forge, a weapons forge, a clothing forge, an energy weapons forge, a heaven weapons forge, ammo, explosives. Like, I haven't played around with this. Fireworks and food. Like, you connect a terminal to it, we'll have to figure it out, and then we got a hopper where essentially, like, you can have all these things pour into it and then sorted into individual bins and then collected. Like, it's insane. I'll have to, of course, play around with it with terminals connected, do another full video for y'all out there, because I'm back. I'm not going away again, alright? I had my tears. I know it was a month, and honestly, like, there were some other things going on too, but yeah, I'm back. And, I mean, like, there's this thing, a vacuum hopper, where you have, like, a storage bin that sucks it out of it. It's crazy. Now, there's also these marquee arrows, which they're just a nice little touch, They're under the lighting as well. They're all the way to the right. And essentially, they function just as normal lights. You don't need to connect any wires directly to them. You just have to have a conduit near it or a generator that can supply power. We got all these different types of arrows. And there's an actual full-on sign that will require 1 power, so it's not that much. But, bam, acrylic lettering. Like those people putting shit up at gas stations. You can make full-on, like, sign lettering boards where, like, you can have, I don't know, just a better displayed set of your rules for your, your compound, or your prices for your bar, or, the odds when you bet on the gladiator match. Who knows? But also, what I'm really looking forward to for Rube Goldberg ball track machines are these stationary guns. Essentially, when power is, diverted to them, they fire. Like, that's cool. You'll see in another video, or not in another video, in another part of this video, I actually have a paintball gun. There's a paintball gun and a pipe gun. And this stock thing, that is not a mod. I do have a few mods running, but that is actually part of the DLC. That is actually part of Contraptions. Now, there's also some things in miscellaneous inside of the electrical section as well that give you things like mortars. Like, this is so cool, y'all. If you don't have it yet, get this DLC. Like, I'm honestly afraid to play it because I know I'm going to be lost. I know I'm not going to do anything else. Like, there's even a basketball hoop switch, which if you fucking make a basket, this thing turns something else on. There's one that's mounted from a wall with a little extender piece. Now, there's more powered speakers as well. There's not just ones with musical tones, but there's actual ones with different waves. You can actually have different frequencies resonate as far as sine waves, square, triangle, to play different notes and different, like, I'm freaking out here. Like, there's actual explosion ones, percussion ones, and it's different tones. It's not just a single sound. Like, it's not just a single frequency. It's different tones. It's awesome. And last but not least, inside of the actual conduit, the first one, the original ones, we have these firing target toggle and switch. Basically, same thing as kind of like the switches that we had in the vanilla version, but they function as when you shoot them, they turn power off or on. Now they're 2-in-1. Basically, one shuts power on for a little bit, or one turns power on for, you can connect a terminal to it, 3 seconds, whatever, then it turns it off. There's one also that turns on power just like a switch. You shoot it, power on, until you shoot it again. We connected this thing to the paintball gun. We have a person in the stockade there. You shoot it, and it fires your little paintball gun. Now, again, thank you all for, still supporting me. I'm back. And I'll be having a lot more videos for you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. This is going to be fun. I'm fucking pumped. I hope you all are too. Enjoy it. Bye.